And now that he has passed, his ghost haunts this area. This thing is friggin' creepy. Could you please walk towards this gate? Can you give me any sign that you're here? Can you say a word? What is that? Hi Crypt Keepers, thank you for tuning into Amy's Crypt. Tonight we are going to be exploring a haunted mansion that dates back to the 1800s here in Hobart, Tasmania. We're also going to be going to conduct a paranormal investigation at a separate location, which is really spooky, so stay tuned. The Lenna of Hobart is a historically significant mansion built in 1874. It is today thought to be one of the most haunted places in Tasmania, Australia. Many believe that the former owners of this house still linger within its walls. Tonight, we explore and prepare to investigate the haunted mansion. But we also journey to another nearby haunted place that is far more sinister. Right guys, so I'm actually staying in this hotel, which is sort of modern as you can see behind me, but what is really cool is this hotel is actually conjoined to what is known as the Lenna of Hobart, which is an old mansion. Yes, it is haunted, and you can see just through this window here, the mansion, and it's also connected to the hotel here by a big walkway. So we're gonna head over there now and start exploring. Alright guys, so I'm just standing downstairs in the front bar area of the Lenna of Hobart, and I'll tell you what guys, this place is grand, this place is beautiful, it has that full-on old world charm. And there's a couple of interesting things about this place that I do want to talk to you guys about. First being this place is known as the Chandelier Bar. And believe it or not, this beautiful chandelier here actually used to be run on gas and was converted to electricity in 1914. And what's really cool about this place as well is this whole mansion was built in the late 1800s by Alexander and Harriet McGregor, who were wealthy people here in Hobart, and they had a lot of ships. They had a large fleet of ships, and all of their ships wore the same flag, which was a blue and white one. It was the McGregor flag, which is just up here, still hanging above the door today, which I think is just amazing. And guys, that is so cool. I love this room, and it just makes me want to have a cozy drink in here. But this is not one of the areas that is said to be haunted, so we're going to keep going upstairs inside the mansion, and I'll show you some really cool stuff. Alright guys, we're just moving up the stairs now because there's a couple more points of interest up here. This is where it is haunted. Also, this place is just beautiful and I can't wait to share it with you guys. One thing I do just want to point out though is this beautiful wooden balustrade of the staircase here. I'm told that this thing actually came all the way from London. Okay guys, so one really cool thing about this place is it's actually occupied by not only the hotel, but there's a lot of office space up here and you can do work conventions and stuff. So there's a lot of different function spaces, one of them being the McGregor room, which is just here behind me. So the Lenna of Hobart was built by both Alexander and Harriet McGregor, and they're both said to haunt this house actually to this day. Alexander died here in 1896 at the ripe old age of 75, and he actually died in his own bed in his bedroom, which I believe is just behind this door. Unfortunately, we don't have access to all of these rooms, but this isn't the place that he's said to haunt anyway. It's actually upstairs where he spent majority of his time, so I say that we move things up there. And this, guys, is actually a historic photo of little baby Harriet and her dad. This is James and Harriet Bailey, obviously before Harriet was married to Alexander and became a McGregor. Alright guys, we've just reached the top of this grand staircase, but this isn't the highest point in this house. Alexander actually had a turret built here, and the reason being is because his business was to do a lot with shipping and trade. He could actually watch the ships coming over from London across the oceans and, you know, jump on them first. So he is said to have spent an incredible amount of time up here. So if you can have a look around here, there's this gorgeous little staircase here, and this area above me was actually built from one of Alexander's ships, which I think is so cool. And it's a little bit creaky to get up there, but of course we're going to go up. This is also said to be one of the most haunted areas, and I'll explain to you what happens in this whole area once we're up there. Alright guys, I'm about to head up, and this is a little bit scary. This is like the craziest, steepest, skinniest little staircase you'll ever ascend. Alright guys, this is actually my mum, and Jared is not on this trip with me. I've actually left him behind just to come on a trip, just me and mum. And this is her first shift being my camera person for AmysCrypt, and look what I have her doing. Do you love it? Okay guys, first off, like, this is just an incredible view from up here. This is absolutely amazing and beautiful. If we look out here, we can see Princess Park just down here, which is actually where our next haunted location I'm about to take you to is. You can also see the ocean. I mean, it's incredibly dark out there now, so you can't really see it. But this is where Alexander, as well as his wife Harriet, probably spent a lot of time, and they were looking out to the ocean to see those ships rolling in and sussing out what kind of trade that they could do with them. We also have a few things in here that look kind of nasty, like there's some harpoons down here. But this turret up here, this is said to be one of the things that made Alexander super wealthy, and that was because he could see all these ships coming in. So he spent a lot of time up here, and it does make sense that now that he has passed, his ghost haunts this area. So a lot of people have reported to hear footsteps up here, and that's actually believed to be both Alexander and Harriet, because obviously they spent a lot of time here. Alexander's footsteps have also been heard a lot in the hallways here at the Lenna Hotel, so he's still kind of patrolling and walking around throughout his own home. And what is amazing and incredible about this particular part of, you know, this old mansion or hotel, whatever you would like to call it, is we actually have an old historic photo here. So this is actually Harriet and Alexander, and they worked to build the Lenna in between 1874 to 1880. So this place took quite a few years to build. It was sort of built in stages upon itself, and it's one of my favorite places I've ever visited, I think. Alright, so we're just on our way back down now. I do just want to let you guys know that I heard this, you know, thing that people experience up here, which is kind of weird, but a lot of people have said that this part of the building sways side to side with the wind. It is incredibly windy out there. We are right near the shore of Hobart. I don't feel any movement myself now, but maybe that's people getting a little bit of, you know, energy left over from the past when this place wasn't as stabilized and it was a bit more shoddy. But we are about to head downstairs and head into Princess Park, which I just showed you guys, because there's something incredibly creepy down there. Going down is the worst, by the way. I don't know whether it's best to go down backwards or not. Okay guys, we've just left the Lenna of Hobart Hotel, and we are walking through Princess Park, which is right next door to the old mansion, to the hotel. And yeah, this kind of looks creepy. We're walking through this public park in the middle of the night, but wait till you see where we're going. Just a little bit of background info about this area. We're in an area of Hobart known as Battery Point. There were 3 batteries that were built here around the time of the early to the mid 1800s, and they weren't really ever used in battles. They were more of a deterrent for things like pirates and convicts wanting to steal and run off with a ship. But one thing that is kind of creepy and cool is the tunnel that is left here from the battery that was in this area. It's an underground tunnel, mostly would have been used to hold ammunition, but there were party goers that used to venture in there in more modern times. It's actually a man who used to inhabit that area during the 50s or 60s, known as Edward, and his ghost is said to haunt that place, and he kind of acts as though he owns it, like that's his home. So we're going to go down to the entrance of the tunnel. I'll show you how creepy it is, and we'll try and reach out to Edward. Alright guys, we've just made it to this tunnel, and this thing is friggin' creepy. Like, let's get a little bit closer. So yeah, unfortunately this tunnel system has been blocked off, and I believe it was blocked off because there were so many people partying in there and causing a muck. But it is said to be quite haunted by Edward. So I thought that we would come down here and just check it out, maybe try and reach out to Edward and see if he wants to chat, wants to communicate with us. I think that that would personally be amazing. And because it is right next door to the Lenna of Hobart where we're staying, I thought, how could I resist bringing you guys here? Alright guys, so I thought that while we're here we should try and use the thermal camera and just point it down this hole and see what happens. So I'm just hitting record now. This is Mum's feet, you can see. So I'm just pointing it now, and you can kind of see where the grate is here. So I'm just going to point it in between, I can't see a thing. I'm just going to point it in between the bars. Edward, if you are down there, could you please walk towards this gate? Heck, run towards this gate. Run as fast as you can, right at us. Okay, so it's reading, I'd say in between 14 and 17 degrees Celsius down this hole. It's actually not that cold as I would assume it would be. But I really can't see any activity or movement down there at all.
I can't see anything either, just a few moths.
Just a few moths? Are you sure they're not orbs, Mum?
Definitely moths.
That's good to know. Good to know your skepticism of the orb. Cool. Well, come on, Edward. If you can't come out now, we're going to have to go. I don't want to go. I'd love to stay here all night and talk. Come on, Edward. Alright, I'm going to cut this. What the friggin' hell is with these spider webs? There's a huge one in here as well.
Yeah, that is massive.
What the fuck is that? That's an alien.
That is.
Sack of alien eggs or something.
It is.
What the heck? Alright guys, being as we are at the entrance to this tunnel, I've set up my night vision camera down here, which is literally inside the grate. I've just put it through the bars, which freaks me out so much, but it is down there filming the tunnel so we can see if anything weird happens down there. And I'm hoping that Edward is home. Edward, if you are here in this tunnel and you can hear my voice, please don't be shy to come out towards us. We would love to have a conversation. We'd love to say hi. I'd love to know a little bit about you. I'm going to be turning on a device which can be quite noisy. Please don't be afraid of it though. Maybe you can use it to talk to us. Just heard some... I get freaked out when I'm out in public places with all my stuff, like, and people are like, what the heck are you doing? And I just heard noises over there. We did see some rabbits earlier, so maybe it's a rabbit. But I'm just going to start this. Hi Edward, I've just turned on this device and if you would like to come and say hello, can you please do that? Can you see if you can talk through it? Edward, what drew you to this tunnel? Why did you come to this place? Edward, can you say my name through the spirit box? Or maybe you can walk down this tunnel towards us. We're standing at the front gate and I'm sorry we can't come in to say hi, or I would. Can you give me any sign that you're here? Can you say a word through the spirit box? Maybe tell me how old you are. That's a bit rude of me to ask. Maybe you can tell us how long you've been here. Are you in there alone, Edward? Do you like it in these tunnels? A car driving past. Don't you get lonely in there? Do you like the company? I heard that you used to come here during the 50s and the 60s. Can you tell me a little bit about that time? Alright, I'm going to turn this off. Maybe you don't like this device. Would you prefer to talk to me in some other way? If you do, can you tap something, throw something, make a noise? Just to let me know that you're here? Is that your stomach?
Your stomach.
It was your stomach. Can you walk down the tunnel towards me? I've heard that you act like you own this place. Why do you do that? Can't make a noise or scare us. That noise was not from this tunnel. I really just want to get in there.
It's very quiet.
I'm just going to see if I can see anything on night vision. It looks creepy.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Can you walk down the tunnel? Follow my voice. Right, so now I've got to reach my hand into this tunnel and get my camera back, which is kind of freaky.
Edward, we're not filming now, you can come out now. We're going. Come on, Edward. You usually come out when we're walking away.
Nice try, Mum.
What did you try?
Edward.
Come on, Edward. Edward. Wake up.
You home? Get out of here. Please.
No, we're going then. Good night, Edward. Good night, we're going home.
The mansion is said to be very, very haunted. This ball keeps going off. That just finished my sentence.
Yes. Somebody in that window is watching us.
There was a tap up here. I just feel a breeze.
Yeah.
Are you up in the turret? Are you able to make another noise for us, please? Well, we didn't seem to get much activity from Edward, but who knows, sometimes you pick up things when you review your footage whilst editing, and I am excited to head back up to the Lenna of Hobart. If you guys want to see me conduct a paranormal investigation up there of that mansion, then make sure that you are subscribed, because I have a part 2 video coming very soon where we conduct a few investigation experiments up there. If you did enjoy this video though, please remember to like, comment, share and subscribe. That really helps me out. If you want to do any more reading about this creepy place or the Lenna of Hobart, any others that I visited that are haunted, head to AmysCrypt.com. You guys can also keep up with me at AmysCrypt on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for watching, Crypt Keepers. Until next time.